Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw BLACKSTAR from Jupiter's Legacy. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, BLACKSTAR. Man, he's cool. I'm only a couple episodes in. I watch them slow. I don't like to binge watch. I mean, you know, sometimes it's like, ooh, okay, I gotta watch the next one, stuff like that. But I don't try to watch an entire season of stuff when it's available at one time. Just because I like to treat myself. You know, I like to come back and watch stuff and look forward to something. You know, it's a very, very positive thing for me. So that's what I like to do. So anyway, I'm only a few episodes in, so I don't know where it's going yet, but it's awesome. It's a little, you know, mature, there's blood and violence and stuff like that. So if you're younger and your parents have a problem with that, check with them first, just to make sure they're okay with you watching it. It's not too bad. I mean, I hate to say it like that, like, oh, we see this stuff all the time, but in so many words we do, you know. There's so many horrible, bloody, you know, TV shows and stuff like that that's on all the time that this is not as bad as like Game of Thrones, you know, something like that. That's pretty violent. That I would say, yeah, it's not for kids at all. And I'm not saying this is for kids either. It's not like The Bad Batch, you know, where you've got a little bit more of a kid-friendly show, you know. But it does get violent. Like there's like I said, blood and guts, that kind of thing. I was talking about this in the other one too, in the Utopian video, that in the warning that they give at the beginning, I'm glad they do. I'm glad they say, hey, be careful, this is what's in here. One of the things they warn about is cigarette smoking. And again, don't smoke. It's not good for you. But it's so funny to me that that's still an issue, that they have to tell people, hey, kids, don't smoke just because you see someone on TV. Does anybody still do that? Does anybody smoke because what they see on TV? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I never did. I take it back. I tried. You know, peer pressure, hanging out in school and whatnot. Everybody smokes. I was like, well, I'll try it. You know, it's not drugs. Let me see. Gross. I don't like it. But anyway, yeah, you know, it wasn't because of what I saw on TV. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know how I got on this weird tangent. But maybe it was. Maybe because, you know, I saw people on TV, or I saw how they did it, and that's just, you know, that stage in life. Maybe, I guess, but that's not how I felt. So I was never, I guess, okay. I guess that's the point, is it's not about direct influence of, hey, you should do this. What they're trying to say is, yeah, when you see those things all the time, that's when it comes into, hey, you should do this. You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it. You know, obviously I saw things when I was a kid that made me say, hey, I should be smoking, or I should try it, you know, that kind of thing. And it wasn't good. So luckily it didn't stick. But, you know, I guess saying it out loud, I can see how, yeah, it influences your brain little by little of what's happening as to what you want to do, try, or experience. So, okay, I get it. I get it now. I take back the laughter. I'm not laughing at them anymore. Now you see what I did there? You see how I can turn my stance around? I can say, okay, I get it now. You can change your mind. Learning and growing is all about changing your mind and not being steadfast and no, this is how it is, you know. Things happen, things change, you get educated, and you know, that's how you learn. So don't be afraid of taking a new stance on something you thought how you live your life or believed, that kind of thing. Because once you're educated with other facts, it may change your mind. And it's not that hard to accept and say, okay, cool, I get it now. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to accept that, or I'm going to wonder about this. Yeah, just experience different things, try it out. Don't be a crybaby. Just kidding. I don't make fun of anybody. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do too much detail here because all that's going to be done in color. I'm good with the initial sketch. Let me just draw some facial features in real fast, and then we'll get started because this sketch actually worked out pretty good. I just got to get some details in real fast. What's crazy about this though is I don't have really good pictures. You'd think I would at this point, but there aren't good stills of like here's his costume, stuff like that. So I kind of have to make it up as best I can by using different shots and that kind of thing. But I'm comfortable with this. I'm happy with it. So I think I'm good with moving on from here. So let me erase some of these sketches real fast. The details are going to come out with the Sharpie, I hope. And I want my Sharpie to stand out, so I'm going to lightly erase my sketch here. If you're working with pencil, if you're sketching along, you're doing your own, so because I know you can't see mine, but you don't have to erase. I'm just explaining to you what I do. Because the initial lines I put down, those are my sketch lines, and I'm just trying to get a placement, just trying to make sure I've got everything here. And then when I get more confident, I press harder. When I lightly erase like this, the sketch line disappears and the confidence line takes more pressure, but I'm not applying that much. So what sticks around is the confidence. What I get rid of is the sketchiness, and that's how you live your life. Oop, and tape your paper down correctly. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, and you'll go far. And I'll be there to applaud you and celebrate your victory. Alright, so I think we're ready to go. I say we welcome everybody to skip to this next section and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using the Sharpie fine point and the Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more, I guess image, I'm not too sure what I'm going to put right there for the list. Check out that playlist there, but basically check out the playlist in general because I do so many drawings that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So check it out. Let's just get going. I've already sketched it out. I'm just going to dive right in with the top of his lids like this. Looks good to me. I'm going to give him some pupils. Even though he's a big monster man, he's got pupils. I'm sorry, retinas. Retina is the color part. Then I'm going to dab it just a little bit for the pupil. This is so tiny that it's pointless to put in there, but it needs it, right? So for the bottom of the eye, again, it'll bleed too much, so I just kind of come in real quick like that. Just kind of point towards it and let color take care of the rest. But I just kind of imply there's a bottom there. All right, so he's got big old angry brows. So I'm going to give him... he doesn't have eyebrows. He's got a brow ridge is basically what I'm doing. That's why I'm giving him that little ridge there. Okay, and again, I've got him in a fierce, angry scowl. So I am going to add a little bit extra lines to his features, I guess. Okay. Again, he's scowling, he's growling, I guess. So there's his nose, and I want to put more details, but again, I'll do that with color. I'm just kind of adding what I can. with the hard edge, and then we'll do, maybe I can do like that. Again, see, now it's too much, so don't add those lines. When you start adding a whole bunch here, it's better to do some stuff with color. So he's yelling, I've got him screaming mad, so I'm going to draw like a big old angry mouth, wide open. Right? Let's put some teeth in there. Something like that. We're going to darken it in with color and whatnot, so I'm not too worried about what you can see. But I do have lines in his face because his mouth is wide open. So when you stretch your face open like this, you do kind of put stress on the creases, so I can accent those. And let's give him, let's see, for a lip, that's all we're really going to do, because again, his mouth is open and stretched and kind of stressing the extra line. So I'm going to start to thicken up some of these lines too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match what I'm about to do. And he's got a little headset I got to be careful about. Not a headset, but some kind of, yeah, I guess a headset, like something he wears on his head. Doesn't mean they're headphones, but that's what I think of when I say headset. Some kind of headphones. But that's not what this is. Sorry, I'm throwing that word around and I shouldn't. Okay, so let me draw that in so I make sure I keep it, or I'm consistent, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, something like that. And I'm just kind of making this up. I mean, I've got pictures, but not very good pictures. So I can just kind of make up what it looks like. And cross my fingers that it's close. So it goes around his head, so let me go ahead and draw the shape of his head. And then I'm going to draw like this thinly around it. Right? So that also means that's not the line I'm thickening up. This is going to be the line I'm thickening up. And so just like that, just barely out. Because it's back behind his head more than it is on top, but it's there. So that's why I want to add it just lightly. And like I said, this is where I'm going to thicken it up. You don't have to do that, especially if you're working with pencil. It might look silly if you do it. So I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Then we'll just kind of come back here for another bit of his head. Again, see, probably too many lines. I should probably stop there. I want to do some more in his eyes too, because he's all angry, but I'll do that with color. I'm not worried about that. So let's switch out here. Again, I don't have a lot of perfect pictures, like showing all the detail. I took some screenshots, that kind of stuff, so hopefully I can get this right. Let's see, I'm gonna scan through a few real fast. Okay, I think that looks good. Alright, that ought to be enough right there. That should work. Okay, so we're going to switch back and forth between this and that, this Sharpie, that Sharpie. So I'm going to have his neck down like this. And see how thick this is? That's what I'm talking about, how thick of a line that is. That's why I kind of wanted to match and keep it consistent. There's his what's called the trapezoid, right? Maybe? I don't know. Let's just get going. So here's his armor. Right, like that, and it does have a bunch of levels to it, so let's see what's the best way to do it. You want to know something awesome? All this latex foam. It looks like armor, it looks like rock, it looks solid, it's really cool, but watching the behind the scenes and watching them move, oh my gosh, it was so amazing to see. Let's go ahead and draw his chest piece, right? So it's a little bit lower than that. So I'm going to kind of come up here and do this. And this will kind of define a few things as well. So I'm going to kind of do like this. Like that. And again, it breaks off into a bunch of different pieces, so that's why I'm trying to carefully plan it out. Okay, I think I'm going to, let's do this. Let's draw the centerpiece, his neutron, what's it called? His nuclear heart, whatever that is. And let's stop there and add some here. Oop, hang on. Drop my stuff. Let's add a little bit of detail. Let's see how this works with a small Sharpie, because I think I need to add it with a big Sharpie, but let's see how it looks. Let's just try this. Is that enough of a separation is where I'm coming from. Because, let's see, and this has like another top part like this. But this also does have cracks and breaks in it, so it's like, do I do that with a Sharpie or do I do it with color? I think I want to do that with color. So let's draw his little star thing. Well, basically just a bunch of circles is all this is, and then we're going to color it up super light. And it's okay if they're not perfect, you know, but I'm just going to do like this, maybe pick it up, because again, it is bright and light, so, you know, I only want to draw, I want to accent it, you know, color is going to be coming out of there, so I like it like that. So, let's see, if I were to separate this like this, and then come down here, I almost want to, it's so many layers of stuff that it's like I should and shouldn't do it with the small Sharpie, because I'm afraid that it needs more of an accent, you know, this is too thin. Because it's a bunch of layers like this, so we're going to just keep going down. That's it. It's just that. Like this, all going down. But again, it may need the big Sharpie. Let's just keep going to see what happens. I think that's about enough, because then it's going to get into his crotch, and then there's more on the side here, but we need those edges. We need to know where it's going to go. Like I need some accent there. It's not bad, not bad. See, that might be too thick there, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to accent it to blend it all together. Like that, maybe. There we go. Once I thicken these up just a little bit, it starts to work. And again, that's just because I'm using two different Sharpie widths. If you're not, then you don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. I'm just explaining to you why I'm using different ones and where this is coming from. All right, so let's get on with this. So he's got big, huge honking shoulder pads, which are really cool. So let's draw. I'm gonna have them kind of floating real quick, and then we're gonna connect them. Let's go ahead and do both since we're here. He's basically facing you, so we might as well mirror them, you know, if I can. What did I do over here? Kind of came in. Something like that. Now, again, they're all connected by a bunch of rings and stuff like that. Basically, the rest of the suit is how they're connected. And then, bicep piece. Pretty simple on this one, right? Let's do them both. Again, why not, right? And since we're here, I'm going to connect that real fast. Let's add a little extra with the smaller Sharpie. Well, my smaller Sharpie. If you're working with pencil, just draw it. Just draw a little extra. Something like that. Just to accent. And this has like, he's got like, it looks like little circles like that. It's just a material design is all it really is. But it helps to accent the rest of it. Okay, so he's not that thin. Hang on, we're not there yet. His hands are just out in fists. I've got it way out like you can see, but his hands are just out in fists. So let's just go ahead and do it. Let's get it out there. Let's draw. Let's see, there's his forearm piece. Like this. He's got a little extra thing coming out like that. Little scary man. Damaged forearms. And again, more little tiny detail that just kind of help make it, you know, super cool. But, you know, again, should probably do it with color. I don't think there's anything, well, there probably is some detail in here, but I can't really see it, so we're just going to do like this. Just to give it some armor look, you know? Okay, his hand is just in a fist, so we're not going to do anything too crazy. Basically make a fist. That's it. Come down here for the thumb. Then the fingers are coming in. And I was looking at the behind the scenes, and he's wearing gloves, so there's not a lot he can really do besides this. They're so thick that all he can really do is this. It looks like he's holding something, honestly. But it's cool, you know, but that's it. That's what I'm saying. That's all you really got to do. Oh, and he's got gloves on. Okay, that's simple. All right, now we're going to be able to come in here, but let's go ahead and finish the arm. Let's do the same thing over here. Just kind of bring it in for a little indentation where it bends. I know that's my finger, but I can't show you my arm bending. Same thing, armor in, coming down like this, out, that little extra piece right there. And I don't think I can do the exact same thing. I can try, but let's see, I'm kind of all over the place, huh? Something like that. Again, it's just to make some kind of, it's not really mech armor, and it's not really rock armor, but it looks like that. It looks like some kind of concrete armor, you know what I mean? It's cool. So same thing, just a fist over here. But what I'm saying is we don't have to go too crazy with trying to figure out and to make it look realistic, because it's like this futuristic bad guy armor, right? It's like we don't know where he comes from. It's from this planet, if he made it, you know. So don't worry too much about it is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Cool. Now, what I was saying before was that now that I have this done, I can draw his sides. So I'm going to come in here and do this. So see, he's not that thin, but I can add girth, thickness to him, and then bring in the rest of the detail like that. Okay, so again, because he's got all this mech armor to him, we can do little things like this, just just to show that he's got all this, you know, mech extra armor on the sides here. Like it's all not really built out. But see, again, then I want this thicker because now it's not standing out. And that's what I meant before, like maybe I should use the big Sharpie on this because I want this part to stand out just a little bit more than those sides. So I'm thickening mine up just a hair. There. Okay, and so same thing for his legs. Let me try to find some decent pictures. Same thing, it's all mech. So I'm just gonna go ahead and draw, let's see, his crotch right about here. I'm gonna go ahead and define that by saying it comes up like this to the ends. And that way I can leave that as my defining point for all this mech stuff. So he's got like this, like a specific design around the crotch, just to kind of continue with that look of all this stuff, you know? And then this can continue down like that. And that's all. Again, I just kind of wanted to match the feel of it. There's so much of it. It's almost impossible to draw it all. And we really shouldn't have to. Like we're more concentrated on the overall picture, but I want to at least accent some of this stuff because it's all blended and in there, you know. But see how sometimes it just gets busy. There's just so much, and when you put it in there, it just gets so busy that you lose some of the overall detail, you know. Isn't it crazy? You add too much detail and you lose detail. It makes no sense. All right, so let's draw his leg. Big old armor chunk like this. And he's got these really cool, like what do you call it? Like circular knee pads, but we're looking at the side here. There you're gonna see more of the circle here. Here you're looking at more of the side. So I'm gonna come in here, do this, and connect it with this part of the knee pad. And it's gonna kind of come in, and you're looking at it from the side. So like I said, I know it doesn't look very circular, but it's gonna work, trust me. I'll show you on this one so you see what I'm talking about. So this one, it's gonna come in like this, and we'll draw it now. So it's got like layers that kind of go up like this, and then it's got like this circular. So that's what this is, like this circular center. It's really cool. But again, you can't see it like here it is. Like it's like that. Like from the front you can see it, from the side not so much. You know, you can't really tell as much. But again, it's like how much detail do we put in, you know? It's like there's a lot there. And I'm afraid if we put too much, we're gonna lose a little bit of the detail. Again, crazy, right? It's like we're gonna lose detail because we put in too much detail. Again, it's hard to see specific looks because of all the detail that's in here. And maybe I shouldn't worry about it. You know, maybe I shouldn't say, well, let's put all this in there. Maybe I just highlight some and we'll come back. Right? Something like that. Awesome. Okay. then let's just finish up the legs. And the legs, same thing. It's got mech stuff, but, you know, it's also highly detailed. So we've already committed to, let's not worry about all the detail. Let's just get some of that in there, right? As I say that and I start drawing all this details, like, ooh, let's do this, and let's do this, and let's do this. Let's see. Let's go ahead and finish this one too. So you don't have to put all this detail in if you don't want to. Like I said, sometimes it gets a little muddy, so maybe you don't want to. So don't worry about it. It's up to you. And now we're just going to make some kind of feet. Now this was really cool watching the behind the scenes, watching them put shoes on, like tennis shoes underneath, and then tying them, you know, just to make all this monster shoe fit. It's crazy. So we're not going to do too much here. Again, just some kind of mech. In this, I don't have any pictures of the feet. So I'm going to do as best I can with like we did, layers of rock mech robot stuff. You know what I mean? About all we can really do anyway. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Black Star from Jupiter's Legacy.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.